We show up after the clock, coffee gone, boards unlocked. You move your night, I move my mind. Late to chess, but right on time. Tell me what you saw before the queen fell hard. Every bad idea turns into a spark. Late to chess, we make a mess, then we make sense. Late to chess, one more game, one more defense. Late to chess.
Welcome to the Late to Chess podcast. We're back. It's the doctor.
I'm back, better than ever.
Always. And we thought we'd do a return to our series because we have a long way to go. This is such a tiny book, but it takes so long to get through with all the chapters. The Tao of Chess.
The Tao.
Exactly, Tao. So we're on chapter 9. Remember, the thought behind this is these are kind of philosophies or principles. And as we get more chess skilled, they mean more and more and more. So since we're kind of middle to low middle, I don't know. According to the USCF, I'm above 50% now, which is just sad. But we thought we'd go over, not sad that I'm above 50%. It's sad that 50% is as low as I am. But so we thought we'd go over to the next chapter, and it's chapter 9, Doctor.
My favorite topic, tempo.
That's right. And the plural for tempo is?
Tempi.
That's right. How many times have we gotten hit over the head by Jesse on this one?
Oh my goodness. It's all about tempo.
He is a tempo fiend.
Yes, we have to count the tempo. Who's got the tempo? Who doesn't have the tempo? Where'd the tempo go? Why don't you have tempo? Jesse is a killer.
He is.
On tempo.
He is.
It's all about time, Jesse. It's all about time.
That's right. And then you can master time if you want to get really good.
That's right. And you know who'll teach you how to master time?
Jesse Cry.
Jesse Cry.
So, indeed, this chapter should be called the Jesse Cry. What's a non-memorial? Like, you're still alive. Do they have one word for that? The Jesse Memorial?
The Jesse Cry Invitational Tempo Instructional Video.
All right. Very well. And even though it's a book. All right. It says, I think this is something that some people forget. The move is your major weapon. Use it wisely. You know what this means to me?
What?
Don't waste your moves. Try to not think, and this was a change that I did. I tried to stop thinking like Stockfish. I tried to think about what's the best move here, period. I started thinking about what's the most I can do with this move, and it's helped.
Right.
It has nothing to do with tempo. Well, I guess it does.
It kind of does.
Kind of does. All right.
The reality is the better moves you make, the more tempo you gain, right?
Yeah. And the more, well, pawns or whatever you want to. I know Stockfish grades on pawns, but yeah, because the ideal move in Stockfish, the way they rate things is the ideal move loses 0 to the best. And then all you can do is lose fractions of pawns. So the better the move, the smaller the deviation from perfect.
You see, and that's why I know nothing about Stockfish, other than what you tell me, because one, you mentioned math.
Math.
Gone.
Don't
you
lose
mentioned
pawns.
Words like deviation.
Difference.
Gone.
Difference. You want minus sign.
That's the one thing I got. Black, you want minus, you told me, and white, you want plus.
Okay, yeah, you're getting there.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Indeed. Look at this guy. There's no stopping him. Let's do the second level Amish, techno Amish. What's our email address?
LateToChess@gmail.com.
Nice. You didn't say it. Calm. All right. Very well. So principle 41, chapter 9, tempo. Don't attack unless you have the superior game. Game, I think in this context means position.
Yes. Which here is an interesting thing for those of us who are beginners, novice trying to move past that to intermediate and right there on the edge. How do you know you are superior in your game? What? So, I mean, that you've gained tempo, I get that. I guess that's why that's principle, number 40 in this chapter. But I think that requires some skill in itself to see. I remember when we would talk with our groups in the dojo. We were in cohorts. For those who might not be familiar with the dojo, a cohort with this similar rating, and we'd go over our games, and we would talk about, if you were ahead, by material points, all that, and space, right? Tempo, tempi. So you have to know more. You really have to have some skills, I think, or translate the knowledge into skills to know when you have a superior game. Because I think a lot of blunders, for me, come because I might think I have a superior game or position,
right?
But didn't do enough calculation or move too fast, whatever it is. And it wasn't superior. I was shown that it was not superior.
Your plan is in error.
That's right.
So to me, this one was, try to get into, and let me go back to where you were. So brain's going too fast for mouth, which is sad because my mouth runs way too fast.
Like your chess.
Too much. Yeah, way too fast.
But
I know the rim shot there. I think that was actually just a shot, but that's beside the point. Assessing the position is hard. Like the ones that you're way ahead or way behind are easy. The ones where you're kind of in that middle spot, and it could be pretty wide. You could be not dead center middle, but pretty wide. Sometimes it's even hard to say if you're ahead. So
that's why. Go ahead.
I was going to say, so to me, the thing that this one's trying to say is, listen, Bill, you're not that good at chess. Unless you are 100% sure that this is going to work, don't do it. Just don't do it. And get ahead, get your development, and then go to attack. Get your king safe, and then go to attack. Get control of the center, or block your opponent off to the side and have control, and then go attack. Don't sit there and say, "Ooh, I can check you. Ooh, I can harass you," and do like stupid things. Be prepared. I think was the end. They went to the Boy Scout motto. They said, "Always be prepared."
Yes.
What about you, Doctor?
I think that's right. I think that's what I was trying to say, and you said it always much better than I can. That's
why you're a color guy.
Developing your pieces, attack a center, king safety, and that's how you get into a superior position.
Yeah.
This idea that it's magically going to happen because you got your knight, 3 moves down the road, or you're checking you've got your queen out too early, and you put a check and you think that's superior. As one of my friends says, mucho bado.
Yeah, sometimes the queen out early is just a female chess piece that is used as a piñata by your opponent.
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing is that you can't gain any tempo if you're getting chased, your queen or your knight or whatever, bishop is getting chased around because you brought it out too fast, too far, and then you're moving it all around to get back.
Yeah.
As we well know, I used to be a king at the multi-bishop move.
Yes, you were going for that 400 batting average on the number of moves in the game to I will use my bishop at least half of them sometimes.
Yeah, I think I moved it. I don't know. What was that?
It was
12 times?
It was
24 times?
I think it was 8 out of 17 or something. It was like almost half.
Yeah.
You were just like, bing, 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 bing. It was very fun.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah, hopefully you've outgrown that.
I have.
So the important thing to me is I know for myself, I know for you, we're about the same, plus or minus. And probably some of our listeners, maybe most of our listeners, who knows? Because why would a grandmaster listen to us? No idea. But if you do, welcome. Say hi.
Hello.
Late to chess at gmail.com. Uh, we're not that good. Like the really good players, they know when to, they don't have to do this. But we're
Yeah.
not good enough to know that. But we are good enough to delude ourselves into thinking that. And that's when you get into trouble. Because when you attack, you're kind of making a commitment. And usually when you attack and it goes poorly, the rest of the game goes even worse. At least when I'm playing.
No,
Like if it
no,
doesn't work, it's over.
again, I think that goes back to fundamentals, right?
Yeah.
Even the simple, uh, what's your opponent? uh, What's your opponent thinking? What's your opponent's response going to be if you do this? Captures, threats, the whole thing. If
Practice.
all the time, and that's why we get when you're lower level of chess, you get caught when you don't. That's why it talks about practicing
Right.
these kind of things that helps you be prepared. Because if you just ramble out there, you know, you're just gonna make the same mistakes and not get any better.
Right. So
You get
so now
frustrated.
the next principle, some would say, says the exact opposite thing. Principle 41, you must attack when you have the superior game or you will forfeit your advantage. So the first one says take your time and get everything great. The second one says don't go too slow because it'll go away.
Well, I don't know if it says if you go too slow. It just says once you figure it out and you are in a superior position, get after it before
Yeah, don't let it
you
dwindle.
lose that advantage. I know that in analyzing my games, it's been a high percentage that I was winning, had an advantage, and ended up losing.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of amateur, amateur meaning, you know, middle of the road or less chess players, Usually the game,
Less.
somebody's ahead and somebody's behind, and usually it swaps maybe a couple times. I call them roller coasters. I had one this weekend. Oh, painful. And, it happens. I mean, it's part of the reason why we're not good. We're not DCPs yet, doctor.
No, no,
On
no.
the road, though. On the road.
On the road.
On the road. Anything else on that one, or you want to move to principle 42?
Now let's go to principle 42 because I think everybody knows that if you don't get after it when you're supposed to get after it, and you're playing an equal player or a better player, you're done for.
Yeah. And one of
Yep.
the things that Jeremy Silman wrote about in his books, he tended to talk about dynamic advantages and static advantages. Like a static advantage would be when you're ahead of material. That's kind of not going to change unless you lose pieces, obviously. But a
Right.
dynamic advantage, like if you're ahead in development, that can go away because they can catch up or you can screw
Right.
it up. So,
Right.
so I think that's referring to that. See, we do know a little bit about the high level chess. We just aren't good at it. Anyway, principle 42, every move is an opportunity to interfere with your opponent's plans or to further your own plans. Not exactly the hardest one to figure out, I think.
No, it tells us if you're improving a piece or denying your opponent a square won't win the game for you, but doing many of these things, each move will eventually pile up.
I like
Well,
the
that's
last
true.
sentence. I like the last sentence.
And you'll be in a great position to
Nope, nope.
win. Oh, each move is precious. Don't waste even one.
That's right.
Well, as a waster of many a moves,
Yes, Golem?
yep. This is true. I'm like, sooner or later, you will not get that pawn back.
Yep. Sometimes. Yep. Principle 43. A sustained initiative is worth some material. A sustained initiative is worth some material in English without the blah, 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 blah. What do you think he's trying to say there, sir? What's that
Uh,
say to you? What's it speak to you?
he talks about that. If you're you have to. Well, he talks about weighing the consequences.
Right.
Right. So is it going to be, sometimes we have this great idea, and before we either fully calculate or think about it and think about our opponent's response, we say, oh, this is going to work. This is great. And we go for it and don't realize that, oh, wait, this is going to cost more than I thought it's going to cost, you know?
Sorry about that.
So, no, it's good. So I think that he uses the term investment. So if you're going to invest in these moves as best as you can, one move or three moves, whatever it is, um, try to be as sure as you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
That doesn't mean it might not work out, but try to feel confident in what you're about to do.
Right.
And make it worthwhile. I mean, if you do all these things and
don't give
I don't
away
know.
pieces.
Yeah.
For
It's
speculation, especially as you're learning.
right.
Because you might be wrong. And then you just give away a piece for nothing.
Right.
Don't do that.
Yeah. If you're going to sacrifice, make sure you got that it's worth it.
Yeah, indeed. And the bigger the sacrifice,
Yeah.
the more sure.
The greater the consequence.
Well, the more sure you better be. Like, don't just give away your queen thing. Like, I think I can do this.
Right. Yeah. And it's interesting in doing puzzles. Sometimes I'll struggle with this idea that, wait, oh, I can sacrifice this because I'm worried about, well, is that really worth it? Because I don't see the whole picture sometimes, right? I don't see 3-4 moves down into it.
But a puzzle's different than a game, right? Like you'll do things in a puzzle you wouldn't do in a game.
Well, no, these puzzles now that I've been doing are from my games.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what's great about it. It's not just like, I mean, you're right. Like on the website, Lead Chess or chess.com and others, and in some places they'll tell you what you're supposed to look for. Some they don't, but they're not that.
Right.
I'm doing normal. I move from the easier ones to just normal puzzles, and you can still most of them you can figure them out. But in a game, when I go over, a puzzle that's been made out of one of my blunders, well, obviously I blundered it, so I didn't see it. Didn't see it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like we went over that one right before we started recording. I'm like, I know what it tells me to do, but it doesn't make any sense to me to do it.
Right. You would not think about that in the game.
Why am I taking a bishop so you can take my rook? Doesn't make sense.
Right. But again, though, it goes back to that what that was about is that's an investment. And you're not sure about that investment or you didn't see it.
I saw it. I just, 3 is smaller than 5. You know what, though? The difference between 5 and 3 is smaller than 3. Just saying.
Right. Good point.
Which is where I ended up. So I saw it after.
Don't we all?
Indeed. All right. Last principle for Tao before we get into our short bonus. The initiative is an advantage. Take it whenever you can and take it when you don't, and take it back when you don't have it, if at all possible. All right. I think this is where we got to get into initiative.
Okay.
What's initiative? Like, take the initiative. Last time I looked at the pieces, I've got pawns, I've got rooks, I've got knights, I've got bishops, I've got queens, and I've got kings. I don't have any piece that says initiative, or I would take it. So what are they saying with initiative, sir?
It talks about how, where does it say there? Among better players, it's considered an advantage to begin the game with the white pieces. Why? Simply because white moves first. This gives the first player the first chance to take this initiative. So so it's not just for white, but in the game, when you see something that you think is going to give you a superior position and move you toward a win, I guess, or a good game, don't hesitate, take that initiative. Like white has that for it automatically gets the initiative, right? Because it's white, but you don't have to be Yeah, it gets its first shot at center, right? So that's but both can have initiative. You have to look for it, and then when you see it, you have to take it. So if you see an advantage that you should take it. You might not get another shot at it.
See, initiative to me is always one of those chess words that isn't clear. Like it seems like this is the non-chess guy coming into chess late. Why do we make up these words? Why can't we just say what we mean? Like use a normal word. Like offense. Offense would be good. Tell me offense. I know what that is. Initiative. I never really understood what they were saying. Like
Well,
it's not clear.
here's a clear one. At the end, at the end of this section, it says, in the final position, white is still down a rook for 2 pawns. So it goes to you're always counting the math, right? 5, 3, whatever. Okay, in the final position, white is still down a rook for 2 pawns, but because it's showing a puzzle in the Tao
Hmm.
from a game, but black is getting checkmated.
Yep.
So it's not necessarily about being up,
Material.
but right, material. But it's about you see whatever the advantage is, and if you can take the initiative before they can,
Right.
you can still you can be and you can take the initiative if you're up, but you can also take the initiative obviously if you're down.
Sure.
If it can it very well might turn out well for you.
Yeah,
You
I
don't want to
guess my
miss it.
hangup's the word. Like,
But I think sometimes when we are down, and I think this is one of the things it's also talking about is we're down. So we okay, I'm down 5 points, or I'm down two piece of material. Well, you can still take the initiative and win it,
yeah,
or get a draw.
yeah,
Whatever it is, or make it even if you lose, you still can take the initiative to make it a good game.
yeah, for sure. For sure. So that's kind of our latest chapter in the Tao. Um, to me, when I read the title of the chapter and then I read what the chapter was made of, it wasn't a tempo chapter. Like tempo like we talk. It
Oh,
was
see,
it was
go ahead.
different, you
See,
know.
I think it was.
Well,
I,
that's why we host a podcast because
it,
I say the sky is blue and the doctor says not in my snow globe.
Well, I say that because all the other words, initiative, advantage, superior position, all have to do with gaining tempo.
Mm,
You can't have any of those if you're behind in tempo.
yeah, I guess. I think it's a second uh I think it's not direct. I think it's like a second level. I don't like tempo to me is what Jesse teaches.
I think that's what Jesse talks about, though. He just says it said maybe it's said a different
Maybe I
way,
don't understand it then, which is
you know.
probably true.
Well, you can't, it's like they say, you can't define a word, you can't define the word with the word,
I know.
right? So it takes tempo, meaning right, movement, space. And it
May-
says, how do you get that? Well, take advantage of advantages, try to get a superior position, and then take the initiative when you have the superior position.
Maybe this is why I'm not a good dancer.
And I am.
Well, once again, opposites.
Yep.
Anyway, so doctor, I had a quick a surprising tournament this weekend. I was
I heard I wasn't invited. I was hurt, but I'll get over it.
like you a
I,
like you're going to drive
I,
and B
I,
it was a Sunday.
well, it would have been nice to be asked.
Doctor, do you want to go to a tournament yesterday?
No, I can't. I got to work.
Okay, there we go. Thanks.
Okay, go ahead.
I got my get out of jail free card. So, a
Yep.
friend from work who works with me decided a few weeks back, we were talking about Daniel Naroditsky and the memorial and that whole story. And then I gave him some of the info and then he started really getting into chess and he started playing. He set up a chess.com account and brand new. Like, I mean, he knew how the pieces moved, but that was about it. And I was like, you should go play an over the board game. He'd really like it. He seems to be into it. So he's like, oh, when's one coming up? And I said, hey, there's one this weekend. He's like, let's go. And I'm like, okay. So it was a surprise that I was going. It's the Myerstown Chess Tournament Club where I go fairly often. And we
Without
decided,
me.
what's that?
Without me. Go ahead.
Without you, yes, yes. Well, you don't drive. You're anti-drive. See, I'll drive to go see you. But when there's a tournament it's right near my house with free steak, you turned me down. But that's fine. We sound like
No
two
married couple.
two two guilt-stricken mothers here. So we decided to drive down. Life is good. It's a quad. So what he does is he takes the like a
Who's
Swiss.
he? Who's he? Remember,
Uh,
we have to be specific for our
we
listeners.
do. Michael Cook, soon to be
Tournament
podcast
director.
guest, tournament director. So with a quad, you take the line of entries sorted by elo, and you take the top four, and that's a quad, and they play each other. They play like a round robin. So you play 3 games, and then the next 4, same thing. Next 4, you play same thing, and first place is to each quad. So there's lots of first places. So I was there. Our friend from work was there. Prior podcast guest Ladybug was there, and we all played in separate levels. I think we were the bottom 3. It was like
All
1,
right,
2,
that's
3,
all right.
or bottom 3 out of 4, whatever it turned into. And he had a really good time. It was his first tournament over the board, first tournament live, first time playing like real chess, first time playing with a clock, first time writing your moves down. Results weren't exactly, what he wanted, which is code for bagel. But he had a great time. So we got one more person in, and his partner was there with him, and she may be playing in the next tournament. So we may have 2 new people in the chess.
All right.
2 more.
Okay.
Ladybug did quite well. She won her quad, and I played 3 games. I was the lowest rated in my quad. First game I was playing against the number 1 rated player, because it's 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. He was 950-ish, somewhere around there. I think it was a little bit higher, but whatever. And I'm still in the 720, 30 official, which I hadn't rolled up to 800, so I was still using my published elo, so 740, I think. So played him, got him in some trouble. He eventually resigned. It was kind of a snowball. I just rolled things wrong. But I did come up with a new way to mess things up, Doctor.
Nice. I like it.
So you ready for this one?
Yes.
My second move, I touched the wrong pawn on the way in to touching the right pawn. So I had to move the pawn I touched first.
I was curious about that. Well, did you touch it as in like you were
Nope.
gonna move it?
I touched it.
Just brushed it.
Yeah.
Well, what if I've been thinking about this? I didn't know this happened to you, but I've been thinking about this. What if you go to move your piece, right?
Yep.
And you hit 2 pieces. One can move, one can't. It's not the same as the one you want to move, and they both fall down. Let's say you knock them down. What do you do? I mean,
I don't know
think-
yet. But I
that-
think if
that's
the
a-
piece can't move, that's different than if the piece could move. And since it was the second move of the game, I think technically it's wrong. I think you have to move the first piece. I will know soon. There's a reason why I will know soon.
I'm sorry, I interrupted. Go
That's
on.
fine. That's fine. So I had to move that piece. But what happened was he played rather passively, and I was able to make up for the loss of tempo. See what I did there?
Very good. I like it.
That's right. So basically, I just kind of smothered him, and he resigned fairly early. I got him with a couple tactics. No big deal. So let's see. I have notes. I have notes.
I like it.
Okay. So I won my first game. We did. Since we did that, I was able to do some opposite side castling, and then I threw a few tactics. I got this win for me, and this was my highest rated person that I've beaten. So he was almost 1,000. He was
The first person you beat.
Yeah, 960. Yeah.
Nice.
Was his published thing. Okay. So next I'm playing. Yes, sir. You got a question?
So can you well, I get yeah, I'll get to it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You want to take notes?
Yeah, I
Uh
got it.
oh yeah, like a steel trap. Yeah. Next one, roller coaster game. Second highest rated player. I'm playing the second ranked on my square quad. Um, young Indian girl, 10, maybe less.
Ooh,
Don't know.
dangerous.
I know. I'm
Dangerous.
sitting there going, oh no, this is not good for Bill.
Oof.
She won her first game. I won my first game. So this was like battle for the victory. Doctor,
What happened?
it was a roller coaster. It
Mm.
was it was up and it was down and it was up and it was down. She got ahead first. She tacticked to me that move that we showed you before we started recording with the bishop and the rook and the bishop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was that game. So she gets up the exchange. I think she may have gotten a pawn as well. And then I got a tactic on her where I was able to, when you do the queen to the side, checking the king, and there's another piece, usually a bishop or something that's perpendicular. So you got the diagonal check and a perpendicular. So I got that piece back, and then bonus, the way I did it, you got a piece and a pawn. So I was now ahead. So I am rocking and rolling. I'm up like a full piece. Um, and then uh, there was a big exchange. Queens and rooks came off the board. So now it's a rook and pawn endgame, and I'm up. I think no, I've got a bishop and she's got two pawns. So it's a rook and pawn with I have a rook, a bishop, and pawns, but she's got more pawns, so it's not a full piece. She ends up grinding me down, slow death. I need to go work on my end games. So it was a roller coaster ride. I was losing, I was winning, I was losing, I was winning, and then I got squished. And then it was a draw for a while, and then I screwed it up. And I haven't figured out where I screwed it up yet, but I got screwed up in a rook end game. I'm not the first chess player to ever say this out loud.
Well, maybe out loud, but yeah.
No, I don't think so. So,
Okay.
young Indian girl, she was tough. She was tough. So it was very nice. Her hand was so small, I felt like I was going to crush it.
Ah,
It was like this big. It was like like baby hands. Okay, game 3. I'm playing black.
1-1 right now.
That's right, 1-1. Playing black. The lady was playing. Uh, the young Indian lady was playing the person I played first because it was the only person left, right? So she's playing the top ranked player in our division. So there's a chance if I win my game and she loses to him, we'll tie for first place. Who knew? So playing black, it works out where I do my opening. It's kind of a slow start, like very tentative game, on his part, and I'm just kind of putting my pieces where I want them. He starts to roll. I'm sorry. I start to roll down the queen side with my pawns because we opposite side castled. He starts to roll down king side. I defend. He's not thrilled with the way that the attack and the defense works out. So then I take control, get a couple tactics, and I end up winning the game.
Oh, right.
Life is good. So I'm 2-1.
The champion.
Champion. And my player on game 1, who I beat my player on game 2, who beat me. So we tie for first. Life is good.
Champion of the quad. Myers down quad 3.
That's right. You ready for the Elo damage?
It should go up, right?
It does.
Yeah. What are you now? 900?
So that's the fun part. My unofficial, non-published Elo was 808 going into the tournament. I won 2 games and lost 1. All 3 players are above me. I'm thinking, hey, I might be able to change my digit again. Guess what? 893. Oh, this close. This
Wow.
close.
So
This
you were
close.
8. What were you? 8 what?
808.
808. Oh man.
This
So
close. So close.
80 you gained 85 points.
Yeah, I know. But I wanted
That's
92.
crazy.
I wanted 92. I wanted that first digit,
Look at you.
getting there. So I've gone from 740 to 893.
Excellent. Might as well just call it 900.
It's so close. I can't call it there until the odometer flips. But good time. He runs a great tournament. He's going to actually come on a podcast. I was going to do one this week. I don't know if you're able to attend Thursday night. We'll see.
I think I can. And what are we going to talk about?
Being a tournament director,
Awesome.
his tournaments, and dun dun dun, Bill's going to become a tournament director.
Are you now?
I am.
And where are you going to be holding these tournaments?
I have no idea. But you know what we could do?
You
could
need
have an
more
official
stuff
game.
to do.
We could have an official game. Me and you.
That's
Ranked.
right. That's hilarious.
We could get 2 or 3 people together, have a tournament at like the McDonald's or wherever.
Well, as long as they're all lower rated so we can get some serious points.
Virtually anywhere. I think this is fantastic. And I can help him out if he needs some help with the tournament. So it'll be fun.
That's excellent. Good for you.
So, Doctor, we need to get you OTB again.
I hear you.
Charlotte, October.
I will ask this.
Needs to happen. Needs to happen. We'll do a co-couple journey down to the Queen City.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. If I can do it, I'll do it.
All right, cool. That sounds awesome.
It's not hard to get Christina to go. My wife, she's a party girl, so she's
Okay.
ready.
All right. Well, I'll see if Vicky can keep
her
up.
Suitcase is always packed.
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
So we got 2 new players who possibly will be playing. 1 definitely playing. We got almost 900 going to be a tournament director. Had a great time. Anne Marie won. Awesome.
Way to go, Ladybug.
That's right. So that was my weekend.
Excellent. Excellent.
So we also might have a podcast guest. One of the players there who's beaten me in the past is quite good. He said he might come on the podcast. That would be fun.
All right.
He's on the verge of DCP.
Oh, my. Almost 1,500.
Cresting 1,500. Yep.
Awesome.
So it'll be fun. Well, Doctor, I think that does one episode in the books.
All right.
If
Don't forget, if you have questions or comments, critiques, send it to learningchess@gmail.com.
Doctor gets it right twice in one show. He is back from his emeritus status. His sabbatical is over. He is locked in.
Full throttle, baby. Pedal to the metal.
Indeed. Thank you, sir.
All right. See you, everybody.
Yeah. We show up after the clock. Coffee gone, boards unlocked. You move your night, I move my mind. Late to chess, but right on time. Tell me what you saw before the queen fell hard. Every bad idea turns into a spark. Late to chess, we make a mess, then we make sense. Late to chess, one more game, one more defense. Late to chess. Back brain pressure, slipping fast. You swear that advantage can't last. We laugh when the opening